Welcome, Taurus, to High Priestess Influence and to your intuitive tarot guidance. This will be for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising for March 23rd through the 29th. Of course, dates are approximate and flexible. You may find resonance with this message whenever you view it, my dear Taurus, or you may find none at all since it's general. So just take anything that resonates with you, leave the rest for someone else, and remember, never put anyone else's judgment or opinion above your own. And keep in mind that the cards are here as guidance, not as predictors, and it is always my intention to attract the cards along with the intuition that will best serve those of you who actually view this. Oh, Taurus, you could probably tell that I was laughing at the beginning because I just can't even believe this. Okay, real quick before I get into the cards. So if you've been with me before, you might be wondering why the cards are already laid out, because I do include the card selection. But my technical ineptness, long story short, forced me to re-record it. But, this happens to me every now and then, and it's usually for a reason. There's an additional message that I did not include in the first reading, and so then as I talk it out again, more intuition comes to me. Okay, fine. So I was re-recording this and barely got started, and another disruption, let's say. So then I started again, and I'm on a roll now. And I'm recognizing, oh yes, that's something new. Oh yeah, that's something new. And then I look at my computer and it's not on. It's not recording. I have no idea how I did that. I have no idea. I mean, oh God, I'm losing it, Taurus. But anyway, I really want to give you your message. So let's get started. All right, Taurus. From the minor arcana here on the left, we have one card for your physical realm, one for the mental, and I think we have like 4 or 5 here for the spiritual realm. So in other words, what's going on in your physical world, where your focus is at, what you're thinking about, what you expect, even what you're talking about, where your focus is at. And then the, advice and messages from the spiritual realm. And then from the major arcana, I usually only take one card for the overall energy. But in the initial card selection, the cards were taking a long time to jump out. So then when these 3 jumped out together, I just felt compelled to take them. So the Star and Judgment were upright. Temperance was on its side, and I immediately had a message for why it was on its side, which I will get to. So that's why there are 3 overall energy cards, and that's why Temperance is on its side. So yes, it is recording, so let me begin. Okay, Taurus. So I will tell you what I have been feeling, and I guess you won't even know it, but some new messages will probably creep in there also. So Taurus, what I was really feeling like for you with this card is the conclusion of some sort of a phase or a project, or some sort of work situation. Now, I also was feeling for some of you that this is schoolwork, right? You might have just finished a big project or a paper or something like that. For others, it could be a project at work, but there's some sort of a phase that you just completed, and it took a lot out of you. Yes, you kind of feel overworked and underappreciated. I feel as though you are, for the most part, happy with your work or proud of what you did. I also got the feeling for some of you, you may do some sort of like home improvement stuff, like construction, or even like plumbing or in interior decorating. So I even got the feeling for some of you that it's projects like that. I also just got somebody might be an artist, but whatever it is, you just completed a job for someone or a project. So whether it's for like a corporation or it's like your own business or you're a student, there's something that you've completed, you worked hard at it. Some of you are completely satisfied with your work, some of you are mostly satisfied with your work, but you definitely feel like overworked and underappreciated, okay? So now that's what's going on. This is your mental realm. This is what's on your mind. The Queen of Swords reversed, male or female, either one. It's not gender specific. It's possible it's an air sign, a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, but it's definitely not necessarily so. What I'm really feeling with this is that this represents the person who is going to evaluate your work, the person you did the work for, the person whom you did the work for, the person who will judge it, rate it, evaluate it. So this could be your boss, or this could be a client, this could be a teacher if you're a student, a professor. But I feel as though you have low expectations and a low opinion of this person. Some of you have had previous interaction with this person before, and you're basing those low expectations on previous interactions. So you feel like this person is judgmental, is harsh, has unreasonable expectations, and you're not expecting a good response from this person. Others of you have not interacted with this person before. And you're either judging it, well, you may have had interactions with this person, but you haven't been evaluated, judged, or completed a project for this person. So some of you have never worked for or with this person before, who's going to be like judging what you did here in this with this Nine of Wands energy, right? So you are you're either judging, your expectations for this person's receptivity for your work are low, either because of your conversations, those kind of interactions with this person, or this person's reputation, or both, because I feel that this person may have a reputation going around that he or she is unreasonable, he or she is never satisfied, is harsh, is just mean, like mean-spirited. And the thing is, Taurus, I'm also feeling as though your interactions with this person do not need to be this way, but this is what you are expecting of this person. And, if your expectations of this person are generally in this vibration, then you're going to attract that side of this person to you. So in other words, the reason the mental realm is so important, where your thoughts are, where your emotions are, where your expectations are, that's where your vibration is. The frequency that you emit out into the world that creates your point of attraction, that comes from, what you're focused on, what you believe, what you expect. And your interactions with this person will meet you where your expectations are. The universe meets you where you are at. Not like a punishment. It's not like, oh, your vibration is low, so here you go, you deserve this. It's not like that. It's just, just keep in mind that like energies attract to each other. So if your expectations are high and wonderful, and even if it's just on a general level, you're going to find that things go more smoothly for you. You attract positive people and positive experiences into your day. Even if it's just the little things, you're just going to find things just move along more smoothly. But when your expectations are in a low place and your vibration is in a low place, then you attract low vibrational people or experiences to you. So I really feel compelled to tell you, Taurus, that you don't have to attract this side of this person. Okay, I think that's it for now for that card. So you have a bunch of cards here from the spiritual realm. So I'm really feeling here like you want to pick and choose what messages are for you. Now, the first card is for all of you because this is you, Taurus, Earth sign, King of Pentacles. This is you. And the message here from the universe is, Taurus, you need to do the work to get into alignment. You have everything you need, or you are capable of tapping into the higher vibration within you, tapping into the aligned side of you. You are extremely capable. You are extremely knowledgeable and experienced, and you bring it. That just came to me. Okay, that's new. You bring it, Taurus. You bring it, and I also just got, you don't need anyone else's approval or accolades. But I also feel compelled to say that you don't want to think of that in like a haughty way, like, well, I don't care what anyone thinks, because that's actually a negative vibration, right? That is like defensive and angry or whatever. So that's not what the message is. The message is more aligned than that. More like, Taurus, doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. The only thing that matters is what you think. The only thing that matters is your vibration. The only thing that matters is the frequency that you bring to your life, to your experiences, so that you can attract things that match the frequency that you desire. So it's really all about your alignment, Taurus, what you want to attract to yourself. And I got the feeling as though this is not as hard as some of you think. You will find it's not as difficult as you think it might be if you take the time to align yourself, if you be deliberate about it, if you do the work. Okay, so beneath that we have the Page of Wands. Okay, so Taurus, this is about the next project, the next phase, whatever that is for you. So, if you just completed construction on someone's house, or you just completed a work of art for someone, or you wrote a song, or something creative like that. Now this is about the next project. If you go through phases or projects at work and you just completed something, this is about the next one. If you go to school, this is about the next paper project or even exam or something that you're preparing for. Whatever it is, this is about you. This is about you moving into the new phase, into the new project with fresh new energy, with a fresh new outlook, tapping into that youthful energy, that more innocent energy of expecting the best in other people, especially those who will evaluate your work, for whom the work is being completed, the person who will basically be judging you. So, yeah, okay, Taurus. So this is really about a fresh start on on the next phase or the next leg of the journey. And I'm also feeling that there's a spiritual component to this. So in other words, what I was saying about doing the energetic work first, getting into alignment first, that's what this is about. So those of you who are about to embark on the next project or the next job or the next phase of something, this part of the message is for you. It's not just a physical journey. It's also a spiritual, energetic journey. And you need to remember that you are first and foremost an eternal, non-physical being here for one of many human experiences. Been here before, will be back again. And not to take it too seriously, to feel light, to feel inspired, to move into this next phase or project with high expectations for the entire journey. Of course, you will encounter the occasional bit of contrast or something you would deem negative, but that's only for your clarification. That's only to move you even further along in your journey, in your expansion. Okay, so for some of you here, we have the Seven of Swords. So I do feel a connection to, actually I feel a connection to both of the first two cards, but I definitely feel a connection to the Page of Wands, because I feel moving forward into your next phase, into your next project, you want to amass as much knowledge and experience as you can. Like, you kind of want to soak it all in. And I feel as though it's from multiple sources. I just got the vision of, I mean, some of you are too young to even probably know what a set of encyclopedias looks like, but I just like envisioned a set of like encyclopedias of like A to Z, all the information, and just like you immersing yourself. I mean, you know, obviously that's not where you're getting your information, but just like tapping into all different subjects and areas. And so what I'm feeling here now, Taurus, is that this not only includes book knowledge, like encyclopedias, for example. No, like it not only includes knowledge in the physical world, experience in the physical world. It's also about tapping into the spiritual understanding. In fact, I feel like it's first and foremost tapping into the spiritual knowledge, the spiritual understanding. Now, this is the Seven of Swords. The seven is a spiritual number. And, you know, the number seven is often about a spiritual quest for knowledge, for an understanding of how the universe works. And it's generally not religious. That doesn't mean you aren't religious. You might be religious. But the seven tends to involve a more analytical approach to spiritual knowledge and understanding. You know, it's kind of like you hear different people say different things, and I'm not sure about this, I'm not sure about that, but then, oh, wow, that totally resonates with me. I know that to be true. And it also involves you almost like testing things out for yourself too, for some of you. But yes, that's what we're feeling here with this seven, amassing both on the spiritual and physical planes as much knowledge and experience as you can. And I feel like soaking it up and savoring it. Okay, so the Nine of Cups. I mean, really, you have the opportunity here to glean immense satisfaction from, I feel like, not only the next phase, but the completion of this phase. For some of you, it's not too late to turn the energy around for this phase, for like leaving this phase on a high note, going out on a high note. It's not too late for some of you. Some of you have not been, let's say, evaluated yet. You know, these are your expectations regarding how your work will be received. And I really feel as though it's not too late to end on a high note and then carry this energy forward into the next project, the next phase, blah, blah, blah. Okay? So at the bottom of this message, I mean, I love it that the King of Cups is here. Now, I'll just throw one little side note in here before I go into the strongest feeling I have here. But there is a little side note that for some of you, it may mean that this project involves a Cancer, a Scorpio, or a Pisces, a water sign, or just someone else who's very emotionally stable and on board and feeling good about what you have completed together. It could be male or female, it doesn't matter. But this is also someone at the top of their game. But really, for most of you, this is you, right? At the top of the spiritual realm message and at the bottom, completing it, like bookending it. You in alignment with yourself, your true earth energy here, King of Pentacles, and you emotionally aligned with who you really are. Remember, your vibration comes from your emotions, and your emotions are a result of what you focus on most of the time. I mean, when you're feeling happy and joyful, when you're feeling those high emotions, your vibration is high. When you have high expectations, your vibration is high. But when your mood is low, when your mood is bad, your vibration is low. So I love these two cards here. And for most of you, I mean, yes, it's possible you have someone else involved and this might represent them, but for most of you, I feel like this is you. This is you getting a grip on your emotions and putting that positive energy out there in the world. And again, I got the feeling not too late to turn this energy around and, receive a positive evaluation from the Queen of Swords, receive positive feedback from this Queen of Swords. Okay, so with your overall energy here, I felt as though these overall energies were less important than these cards here. But, you have the star energy. I mean, this is about believing, Taurus, believing that you can change these energies, believing that you can attract all your desires to you, believing that you can have things your way, and believing that the universe can and does deliver to you the experiences and people that match your vibration. And with the energy of judgment here, I'm actually feeling an improvement in your judgment and the way others are going to judge you. So the way this Queen of Swords reversed will judge you, right? Turning this Queen of Swords energy upright and attracting the knowledgeable, intellectual, intelligent, wise side of this person instead of the misaligned, unreasonable, etc. person. So I'm also feeling with this energy, of course, this is like the opportunity to start fresh. This is the energy of shedding that old skin and basically living anew in your experience. So for some of you, this message may be powerful enough, even though it's a weekly reading, and it may not be that big a deal for some of you. For others, I'm feeling as though you're kind of like shedding your own old skin and saying, you know what? I have been sloppy in my thoughts. My expectations of others around me have been low, and I am going to start fresh. I'm going to start anew. I'm going to be less judgmental of myself, and I'm going to be less judgmental of others, and I'm going to expect the best of others and of myself. And like I just got the word harmony, like we will live in harmony. Of course, that's not every moment of the day, Taurus, because without any sort of contrast or negativity, you have no room for growth and expansion, right? So Temperance came out sideways, and what I really felt immediately is that, okay, some of you are doing a good job of aligning with your desires, of aligning with the high vibration of what you want. And others are a little sloppy. Some of you are going to have an easier time of relaxing into the knowing that all is well, and that it begins with vibration, and that you will be able to emit a high vibration, a high frequency, and attract the like to you. And others are, again, sloppy, maybe not believing it as much, maybe not tapping into it as much. So I'm really feeling that's why it came out sideways. But the message in here is for you. You know, this card didn't jump out by accident. This card is about you balancing your expectations on the physical and spiritual realms. So in other words, if you want to manifest desirable experiences, then you need to get a grip on your spiritual focus, your non-physical vibration, and your knowing that the universe always meets you where you're at. Okay, my Taurus friends, so finally completed this. If it didn't resonate at all with you, go check out your moon and rising signs at High Priestess Influence. Listen, if you'd like to support this channel, just do me a favor, give it a thumbs up, maybe consider subscribing and clicking the notification bell if you haven't, and even share it with someone with whom you might think it might value. As I trip over my words here. So Taurus, thank you so much for being with me. I appreciate all your support. I hope this week ahead is just wonderful for you and you really tap into your own true nature. And I hope to see you back here again next week, my beautiful Taurus friends.